try to do this video again. I kind of messed up the first time, but I haven't played around with SketchUp much lately. So let's go download that part. I have the extension to download the STLs, so hopefully I'm going to import the part. I think I got it on my desktop, and it was called Tripod STL is what it was in Thingiverse. So I'm going to go up here. Okay. See, it's just a little tripod adapter piece. And I'm just trying to help a friend learn a little more about SketchUp and how we do some of this stuff. First thing I like to do is get rid of all these, I don't know if they're just garbage lines that don't really help us at all. There's still some more, but I don't think they'll matter, like down in here. And it's just part of the stereolithography. Excuse me. Anyway, yeah, what I think I want to do is I'm going to measure down here, and I'm going to put a captured nut hole right here, so a 1/4 bolt will fit, and then I'll put a through hole so you don't have to drill it out or nothing, and then we'll flip it over, and I'll add another little piece to try to thicken the edge, but we'll see how that goes. I may not change it on this one. I've already made the one part, and it's on Thingiverse right now, but I don't know if it'll work at all. You know, I just made it and thought I was making a video at the same time, but I wasn't. So we're going to try it again. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this, excuse me, I'm going to come up here to the tape measure little symbol, and I'm going to try to get, there it goes, snap to the middle, the center line. It's snapped to the center line. It's called midpoint. So I hit the left mouse button and drag down to, I don't know, that looks kind of like the center of that funny looking shape to me, maybe somewhere around in there, and let go of the mouse, and it puts that little guide in there. Okay, now I'm gonna make a circle, so I can get this, and I see how it kind of snaps to the center, which is cool. It helps us out. Get my calipers and measure this bolt again. It's a 1/4, but I don't know if it's the same that you're thinking about using, so I guess I'll just wing it and we'll see. It says 6.25 is the diameter of the hole we need, through hole. So SketchUp's kind of funny. If you go 6.25, let's see if I can hit it right. 6.2, 6.3. See, that's way too big. It's measuring a radius, not the diameter. So we only need half of that. We don't need that whole thing to be the radius, right? I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, 3, we want to go 3. So that'll come out, that's a 6mm hole. 3.1. We'll go 3.1, and that should give us a 6 point, here, I'll measure it. Should give us a 6.2 diameter hole. Yep, 6.2. And we can get carried away from there, but anyway, close enough, right? Now, I should be able to erase this line, and I should get it to snap to the center there every time, I hope. Now I'm going to put a polygon in there, you know, because you're going to have a bolt that we're going to want to get in there. And I think I measured it 12, so we want to go 6. Let's go 6. Yeah, that should give us a 12 millimeter wide area. If I remember, if I measure that, let me see. Measure from here to here, 10.4. Let me see what my bolt comes out at. Ooh, 1103. So we got to go wider. Oop. So I'll go up here to edit, undo polygon, and we'll do that again. Polygon. And I don't know if it was just the way I was holding the... Oh, you know what? I gotta measure the bolt differently for a different area that's... So the total is 13 where I'm measuring. So we want to go 6.5. So we click that and type in 6.5 and hit enter. And that should be 13 millimeters from here to here, right? Yep. Okay, that's going good so far. I'm going to erase this little thing. Now, get this little tool. I've already measured this on the last video. It's 10 millimeters deep. So what I'm going to do is take the push-pull icon up here, push-pull, and I'm going to sink the head of the bolt down. So you start it in the direction you want to go, and then you can type in how deep you want it to be. And I want it to be, I don't know, 5 millimeters. 5. Enter. See, it sunk the hole down in there. Now I'm going to hold this down, point it, you know, move it down the direction I want it to go, and I'm going to type in 10 because it's 10 millimeters deep, and I'll hit enter. Now we should be able to roll it over. Yep, and we got a through hole. Right on. See there? So the 1/4 bolt should be able to be pushed right in this hole, and you should be able to screw your camera on. And if it's, you know, if the camera's aiming a little bit not straight, you should be able to loosen it, push that bolt, and move the bolt over and back in a different position, you know, so when you tighten it up, I would think. Anyways, that's the way I was kind of thinking about it. Now let me show you. I want it to print. So this is on the bottom because I don't like it. I don't like things printing that are overhanged like this if I can avoid it. The only problem is that you'll have to 3D print it with support for right here, because this this flat area may not start all that well. Not that it's important. I mean, you could totally print it and let it yeah, I think you could totally print it, but it's just better to put infill and set the infill to touching build plate, and it'll just load some infill up in here that's real easy to or support. I mean, that's what I meant. Support, print support, touching build plate, and it'll fill this area up with support. That's real easy to tear out, you know, when you're all done printing. And I'll show you how we can get it to I'll show you how we can turn this model over in SketchUp. Come get the little arrow pointer, and you hold down the left button on the mouse and select the whole model. And you come up here and get the rotate button, And I want it to rotate on this plane, so I select it, move over here, select it again, and it should rotate and snap to 0. And I'm going to go up here to move. See, this is your little move button. And as long as everything's selected, it'll move everything. So that should work. Just put it on that red line, close enough. Kira will fix a lot of that if it's off. Anyway, now I don't really want everything selected, so I'm going to get my little pointer and mouse click. Now, if your bolts are thin enough, they might work just like this, but I kind of think I'd like to take up that 5mm that we lost here. You know what I mean? We took up half the volume of the piece. Not that big of a deal, but I think it would be better if it was 5mm taller. Let me go and zoom in and see if we can maybe just make the part taller. A little bit different way to go about it than I did with the last video. Get rid of those. And get rid of these. Go around all four corners and get rid of these little lines. They'll kind of mess us up on this next part I want to do. I want to push pull that whole top and see if I can get it all to come up in one like layer. And there's one little part there. There we go. Okay, well, looks pretty clean on the top to me. Let me zoom out again. Let's try to push pull. And I'm going to go up, well, we took 5mm out for that bolt, so let's go up 5 and hit enter. Now see, that just made it a little thicker. A little more is proud of the top. I don't think that's bad. I might even publish it with yeah, maybe it won't need quite so much. I don't know. Of course, that might work out pretty good. Well, we'll see what you think, because I can always lower this. I'm going to export this. I've got the export STL. I'll put it on my desktop. This is adapter 2. Tripod adapter 2. Okay. Now, I'm going to go to Thingiverse. Oh, this is all the screen capture software I'm using. Boy, what a pain in the butt. But anyway, I'm going to add another file. Actually, can I add another file? Edit thing. I'm going to add can I add oh, let me see if this adds a file. Tripod adapter 2 to Thingiverse. Alright, it did. Okay. So we just added another adapter. I don't know if it'll show a picture of it. Maybe it will eventually, but I'll save it. Now let's see. Thing files. Okay, good. You can come here and download that one too if you like. Cool. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop this and I will post the video to show you. All right, take care.